Got one more time to say something to me, and I'm gonna reach over this table and I'm gonna knock your head off.
You should do it right now.
I sure
Because
can.
we need to go ahead and get away.
Can.
We need to
I
get
sure
this.
can.
I'm gonna beat you.
Y'all better check this.
I'm not the one,
Y'all
Tokyo.
better check this.
I'm not the
Me
one.
either.
I'm letting you know. I'm gonna beat you.
Let y'all
I'm
let
a
this
dog
bitch run
walk
it.
your.
Come on, honey, sit down.
Make sure you do it
I'm
after
a
this is
dog
over.
walk your.
Make sure you do it after this is over.
Okay.
Make
Just so
sure.
you know.
Have a seat.
You better.
Just so you know.
You better. And I'm gonna tell him to kick your mother face
Tokyo,
off your
you
mother.
can-
Okay,
Stop
we're gonna
playing
see.
games
We're
in
gonna
here.
see.
Put your shoe down.
This is why. This is why.
Hold tight or just literally making
No.
sure our cameras are angled.
I don't give a what your cameras is. You need to check these.
I want to know, like, what's the age for messiness? Like, women, gurus, like, do y'all talk amongst women and say, listen, you 35 years old, you got to stop being messy now. You're past the messy threshold age. Is there a number for that?
We do be holding our friends accountable.
Once you hit 30, that's probably like the beginning. 35 is like, all right, sis, like, all right, we gotta take it down a notch, you know. 40 is like, yeah, we there. We almost there.
40 is like, you too damn old. Bring it down. No?
All right, so the 40-year-old in the group right here, right? The 40-something-year-old here in the group, like when we get to 40 years old, that's when we get to the point where we're like, all right, you guys are never gonna clean up. I'm good on you. And we just keep it moving. Like maybe in your 30s, you're giving your friend a chance and you're like, come on,
Right.
like let's pull it back a little bit. But in your 40s, it's like, girl, we did this in our 20s, we did this in our 30s. Can we just let it go already? Like let it go.
But we can't put it all on the ladies, though. I don't want to put it all on the ladies. I don't want to put it all on the ladies because it's some toxic dudes out here, too.
Absolutely.
So some toxic
Thank
dudes
you.
only know this energy. So it's actually attracted to some dudes, and it's crazy.
Whether a man or a woman, you are dealing with your reflection. Okay, you're dealing with your mirror image of what you're putting out there. That's what you're receiving back. So if that's where you're at, that's probably what you're gonna get, and that's what you're gonna be dealing with until you level up and you attract something different.
As the man, you should be the leader. You should be the son. Your woman, your wisdom should be the reflection of you. So if that's where she's at, if she come that way, then you gotta just not meet that energy and keep it moving. But if you anywhere engage at any point in time, that's gotta be a reflection of really of yourself. Whether either you toxic or you don't know how to put her in a better place. So
also, isn't it about like it's about setting a tone? Like if you are in a relationship with somebody, right? It's about setting that energy to wherein you can grow with somebody. Like if you set a tone to wherein it's messy, even on the woman's side, men, yeah, we lead, but if for both people to set a tone that is going to set an environment for the seeds to grow.
As a man, though, let's take responsibility as a man, because you agree that the man takes the lead.
Absolutely.
So if you're in that predicament where you have mess, and you stay in that predicament where you have mess, then where have you led?
you got two choices. If you're gonna be accountable and you're gonna fix it, or you gotta say it's too much and you gotta let it go.
I'm not really of the mind of divorce. Like I'm very against divorce. I mean, I know there comes a time when, you have to be like, yo, you can't live like this no more. I understand that. But also,
Let me get comfortable for this.
Huh?
I gotta get comfortable for this. Go ahead.
But when it comes to the relationship of Tina Knowles and Richard Lawson, I mean, people are staying in these marriages for 10 years. And that's it, and it's done. In today's world, 10 to 15 years on a marriage is like is the average. And then they go their separate ways, and then they're on to the second marriage. You know.
Yeah, but in Hollywood years though, that's a long time. 10 years, she lasted 10 years in Hollywood.
That's like
a long
25
time.
years.
You know
That's
what I
like
mean?
dog
That's
years.
like equivalent to 25 years in the regular
Yeah, it's like
world.
dog years.
You know?
What about non-Hollywood marriages? What about the marriages that only last for 10? Like, what are we actually doing out here?
Well, the thing is that from what I'm gathering and what I see is that back in the day, you would stay in a relationship with someone and you're not happy. You're either being abused, you're either being mentally, physically, some form of abuse, but in some form, shape, way, you're not happy. But you stay. You stay for the kids, you stay because this is all you know, you just stay. And I think the difference is nowadays is that these younger generation kids, they don't want to waste their time. They see the red flags, they leaving. And as time go on, you're not going to always notice the red flags right away. You know, it may take 10 years, it may take a few years, but you don't really get to know somebody right away. So the time that you have now said, oh, I'm going to dedicate and marry this person and think that this is the rest of your life that you're going to spend with this person, but all in the back of their mind, they have a different thought. But they're telling you this is how they really feel, and that's not how they really feel. And your true colors show as time go along. Back in the day, it's like you see them for who their true colors are, and it's like it has to take a lot for you to leave versus nowadays.
Well, I mean, also back in the day, if you remember, like women didn't even have bank accounts until like the 70s. So we were reliant on men. So a lot of women stayed in marriages because like if they left, what were they going to do? The men were the ones taking care of the money aspect. The women were home taking care of the kids. If I leave him, where do I go? I've been 100% reliant on him. Nowadays, women are more independent. They're making almost as much as men are. So now it's like they're like, and it's not only just women though. Like, you know, women aren't just leaving marriages. Men are leaving marriages too. Men are finding, you know, toxicity in their marriage as well. You know, so but like, yeah, now people have more options. So yeah, they're gonna leave if it's not aligning. The problem I think is that people get married way too soon. Like you're getting married without really fully getting to know that person. You're either having kids too early, and then you find out I had a kid with this person who I cannot connect with at all. I mean, I can say that I had kids, I got married, and then I realized after being married, like, what the hell did I do? Like, you know what I mean? And you know, it took me a while to walk away from it, but I did eventually. You know, I think women, the younger generation, the millennials are either not getting married at all because they just don't want no parts of it, or they're just like, I'll get married, and if it don't work out, I'm young enough, I'll get on my second marriage or my third or whatever. So if I find the right one.
But isn't it true? I'm going to argue against that point. Isn't it true, though, that, and I'm not saying your situation, I'm just saying in general, isn't it true that our somewhat generation, what we perceive, what like work for us, I'm a big proponent of work. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that I do, I want to craft it and work on it, and that's just my perspective on most things. But I feel like in this generation, like we don't have the type of ambition to work on things. And when it comes to like, you know, picking a marriage person is like what Kamala did. It's like one of the most important decisions you're gonna make in life. And being that it's the most important decision that you make in life, isn't that supposed to be the thing that you work on the most?
I think we're in a new day and age now, like where there's too many options, there's too many ways of meeting. Yeah,
it's a strange place that we live in right now. Very, very strange times. And going from one stage in existence to another to where we are right now, like who knows, what the future holds. Right now, I feel like you got to figure some things out. Just I'm saying generally as a society, as a people, as an age, as a time. Things happen. You're figuring some things out, and then you're like, all right, well, that wasn't good, so now we're moving on to the next. Whatever the next is gonna be, who knows? But right now, what it is right now is a little funky. This is very funky. It's weird. I think there's a lot of just confusion and freedom and just like newness in the air of as far as what everybody holds as relationships are supposed to be and what their values are and this and that. Like, we haven't figured it out quite yet. We're not there yet, but we're in something new, and that's gonna shift again because that's what time does. That's what happens. So right now, who knows?